years plus some change down the line in this Kenya Kwanza administration, how far are we in actualizing the promises that you and President William Ruto made?
I'm not part of government. You can ask me that question. I'm not part of government. Me, I can just tell you that most of the promises have not been kept. And the people are angry. When I was in office, they were telling me, and I'll raise the matters with him and he'll be very offended.
But I can't speak too hard on the president. You yourself said you found a dilapidated economy. At the end of the day, the expectations are so much, but the reality
but you see the problem.
Finances
that I thought was the position. But when I saw the money was available the way it is being used, like now, the other day, supplementary 2, we gave 10 billion shillings to the National Intelligence Service, purportedly to restore peace in the region. And the president is the one who is causing problems in the region. But that money is not for restoring any peace. That is money for the president, is what he is using for campaigning. That is money that is meant for development. 10 billion through the list is what the president is drawing. And they drew a lot of money that 1 week through accounts held by National Intelligence Service. We have people everywhere, cash money, and it's going for that. So what we are saying is, whatever little money that is available, people want to see something. People are being overtaxed, but they are not seeing a corresponding service that will match the taxation. People ordinarily wouldn't have a problem with paying taxes, but people would also want to see the taxes are being used appropriately. So when they see you with 9 choppers going to open 1 classroom in Laikipia West, people feel very offended, extremely offended. When they find the money meant for taxes is being used to bribe people to attend meetings, people get very offended. But they still take the money because the money is already out there. In any case, even if they don't take it, it will be taken by somebody else. But taxpayers are very, very, very offended by what is happening, the misuse and misappropriation of resources that are meant for development, that are meant to improve their lives.
Okay, yeah. As we finalize, because we've definitely got into the prime time and we were supposed to conclude a little bit earlier. You mentioned that in May you will be launching your political party, that all things are ready, considered, and it's just waiting for the launch. For those who might question that, you still have an impeachment hanging over you and you're locked out of office, what exactly is the end goal? And the last time we were talking here, you said that you could force a mini general election. Is that still in the plans?
The matter of the impeachment is before courts of law. The matter is fairly straightforward. The MP say they voted me out because I said they will lose their seats. So there was nothing constitutional. The president said I was voted out because I wanted money from him. If I wanted money from the president, there's nothing unconstitutional about it. So it's very clear, really, that there was nothing, and I'm sure the judges have taken judicial notice of these pronouncements, that all the MPs are saying they have to get rid of me because if they don't get rid of me, I will get rid of them. So I believe the law will take its course. But as I told you, the right to vie for office is absolute, is protected in the Constitution, and our Constitution is very clear that you cannot be barred from running for office until you have exhausted the available remedies in law that is fighting your case all the way to the Supreme Court. We have not even started, So if the matter is not concluded before 2027, I'll fight for whatever office I want to fight for. If I want to fight for president, I believe I'm qualified. If I want to be whatever, I'll do whatever I want to do. And that matter is being used by my opponents to tell people the mountain, don't follow this man, he cannot run for office. I don't have to run for office. I have a responsibility to unite my people, to make them relevant in the national political discourse. I have a responsibility to craft a political party, a political vehicle for the region so that they can participate in a meaningful manner in a general election. I have a responsibility to mentor young people, which I'm doing. I don't have to be in office. My friend, many people think about positional leadership. Leadership is defined in many aspects. You have positional leadership, you have charismatic leadership, you have traditional leadership, you have effective leadership. I am in effective leadership. Today, how do you explain I'm not the deputy president? I hold no office in this country. Every talk, in every meeting, The whole country is about Righati. You cannot talk a man, everybody is talking about a man who is nothing, who has no influence, who is not a leader. How come? The president himself called a press conference to discuss me. All his people discuss me every day. If you look at the headlines, they just talk about Righati. Because Righati is a leader. He's a movement. He has people behind him in millions. And whether he has a position or not, is that he is a leader, because a leader is somebody who has followers. And if I had no followers, nobody would be bothered about me. That is why they disrupt my meetings, because they don't want me to talk to people. Because they know, one, I'm persuasive. Okay. I have powers of oratory. I have a way with the people. I have the language with the people. I am convincing, and I have effective leadership, and I carry people along with me. And I've just said to you what William Ruto talked about me. What he said then, that is the true Righati Gachangua. What he said today, and something I was saying, he said, and he said, that's why you see William Ruto is a pathological liar. He said, I will not allow my deputy to be disrespected, particularly by junior staff. Disrespected or humiliated, and I've committed myself in writing. That is what exactly he did. These people he's saying I was waiting, he is the one who was telling them to disrespect me. And you know, they would come from his chopper, they abuse me. They are standing on top of his vehicle, they abuse me. You know? Even I was looking today at the issue of Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria is one of our most bright leaders from the Mount Kenya region. And today he's in problems. When Moses Kuria was Minister for Trade, he's the one who started the county aggregation and industrial parks. A brilliant idea. Since they removed him from there, that project is stuck. And when I asked President why he's sacking him, he said that he's a thief. You know? So today I'm wondering, I have seen Moses Kuria is being auctioned. If Moses Kuria had stolen anything from anybody, how come he has nothing? He has no money to pay his debts, you know? And I knew, you know, the issues that took place in Kenya National Trading Corporation, KNTC. The procurement was done in State House. And when they brought edible oil and rice and there was a scandal, they wanted to push it to Moses Kuria and another lady called Pamela who has been taken to court. And they have used this thing to intimidate Moses Kuria, that they can open, Trump to have charges against him. But I really want to ask a question. I was asking myself, if the way the president told me he removed Moses Kuria as minister because he was corrupt, how come today that Moses Kuria, today the court allowed these things to be auctioned? If he had money he had stolen from the ministry, he would be able to pay his debts. Again, the president did not want any leader from the mountain who has a brain, who is principled, and who can do anything. That is why he got rid of Righati Gachangua, Moses Kuria, Justin Muturi.
You're talking about Moses Kuria, who's the economic advisor to the president.
I am saying you cannot remove.
So he's not getting rid.
You cannot get a man as minister and make him an advisor. That is a joke. It's like chasing away a wife and making him a maid in your house. It's very disrespectful.
Okay.
But I want to say,
yes,
Moses Kuria, you cannot replace Moses Kuria with William Kabogo. It's an insult to the people of Kiambu and the people of the mountain. Moses Kuria is a brilliant mind, and I can tell you this idea of pipes that Moses Kuria came up with. Had the president allowed him to stay as minister for investment, trade, and industry, today those things will be working, and we will not be having the situation we are having with avocado, with the carrots, with potatoes. But because he's a brilliant mind, he had to be edged out and given some peripheral job there, who advised me on this and that. And Moses Kuria cannot advise William Ruto. William Ruto takes no advice. William Ruto advises William Ruto. When you hear that you are presidential advisor, you just get a salary and know what to do. He cannot listen to any advice from anybody.
Tell me this. Are there any commercial interests in Haiti deployment? Because we've definitely seen a couple of casualties, and there was some progress at the initial phase, but it seems the gang-related violence might be surging in Haiti.
I sat with the president when he made a decision to take our policemen to Haiti. And as a former security officer in government, I did persuade my boss that I found it inappropriate and unnecessary. And Donald Trump has taught us a big lesson, that America first. What is the point of us going to help the people of Haiti when we have security challenges in this country? We have problems in the North Rift. We have problems in Wajir. We have problems in Mandela. We don't have enough policemen, to help our security situation in the country. Again, we voted funds in the National Treasury when most of our police stations have no vehicles, when our officers have no uniform. What is the point of trying to look so international to take our force to take our officers to Haiti when we have serious challenges in the country? And I think the president told us that time that the whole thing will be done by the United Nations. But I still find them appropriating money in the budget for Haiti. But he gave us a promise that we are not going to spend a cent. But I still had a problem. I told him, Mr. President, even if we are not going to spend a cent, I would rather these forces help our people because we have serious security challenges and we don't have enough forces. So, to me, the whole thing was misguided. It was unnecessary. Because the president that one year wanted to look very international, to be everywhere and to look as a new guy on the space. He was willing to do anything to get an international image. The whole thing was misadvised. It was unnecessary. It has backfired. Mr. President, please, only a fool doesn't change his mind. Cancel this thing. Let our boys and girls come back home so that they are safe and they can also take care of their motherland. Just the way America is doing. They are saying America first. Ushughulike mambo yako kwanza. Wewe unajifanya mjuaji atakwenda kusaidia Haiti na hapa nyumbani police stations are no vehicles. I had these MPs who are there telling the president we have no vehicles. These ones who follow him. Yet money 2.5 billion has been allocated to Haiti. Why can't we have that money to purchase vehicles so that they can be able to do patrols, they can be able to do maneuvers, they can be able to secure our country and make sure our people are in peace and they are secure.
Okay, in conclusion, Righati, all things said and done, some of his pronouncements who might be between trusting the head of state or trusting the head of state, you castigated vehemently. What do you tell the ordinary Mwananchi, not just the Wanjiko, but the Brabra all across the country,